I'm going to show you how I use artificial light to deal with backlit scenarios when I have hard sun. Now, usually for something like this, I make sure to wait until the end of the day when the sun has a real sense of direction. Earlier in the day, I would make it softer and then fill in, but in this case, I wanted to show you how important it is to use the correct direction of where your light's coming from. In this case, my model's being lit from my right by the sun immediately behind her. Now, this is a really challenging lighting situation, and how do we make this look very natural? So let me start by just building my base layer of light and seeing where I want my ambient light to be. Currently, I'm at 5.6 on my aperture, I'm at 180th on my shutter speed, and my ISO is 100. I think this is going to be very overexposed. I don't have my flash firing. What we have here is a really overexposed image. I want to bring back the detail in the background. So I'm going to go, let me say I'm going to go to f11. I'm going to go to f8. Lani, just give me eye contact. Perfect. Good. And f8, I have a nice base layer on her, and I have some detail in the background as well. Maybe we'll go to f9.5. So at 9.5, the sun is definitely still very strong and blowing out the sky a little bit, but there's such a difference between the sun and what's on her face that I want to fill that in with artificial light. So I'm going to turn my trigger on, and I'm going to do a test shot. Again, I'm not going to meter or check what the power is. I'm just going to have a look and see how it feels. All right, so we don't have much of an effect from the light at all. Go up like 2 stops. Double it twice. Perfect. Good, let's see how that feels. So, the way I'm approaching this lighting is, if you notice, the light is actually pointed about here, fairly far in front of our model, and it's coming almost from behind her. That's going with the existing light. We have this beautiful highlight on her hair. If I brought the light in from the other side, that's how you start getting really inauthentic looking images. In fact, Martin, let's show it from the other side. And from this side, when we light it from this side, the image doesn't necessarily look bad, but it does look really artificially lit. So let's show the comparison to what happens when we do it from the other side. And that's because it looks artificial because the sun is coming from this side, our artificial light's coming from here. That very rarely ever happens. I'd much rather love, you know, that feeling in your heart when you see beautiful light is when it comes around, we're just making the shape of the face get a little bit more control. So we're bringing the light around and facing it pretty much in the same direction as the sun, but it's coming in front of her. So if I walk over here and show you, it's about hitting from about here. So it's still hitting her face directly. So she's going to get that fill, but it's not coming flat on the face. It's adding to the beautiful light that we have here. And this is important for portrait subjects. If you're doing a family portrait with a backlit setup like this, you'll want to make sure the faces are well lit. If you don't have that, your subjects are not going to be very happy. But sometimes it's so inspiring to have such beautiful light. You want it to look natural. This is the way to do it. Think about adding in from the direction of the sun instead of trying to oppose the sun. You're not going to win. The sun is always going to win. So I think we're in a good spot here. Again, I've just turned my light up when I wanted to have a little bit more of a fill, and I'm just using it to highlight her face. Okay, let's do a bit of movement. Yeah, I think this is where we can get at energy. Oh yeah. Beautiful. That's really nice. Okay, go ahead. And all I'm looking for here, don't worry too much about the positioning. Just think about the light. Is it lighting your subject in the face? And is it coming from the same direction that the natural light is already coming from? It's so nice to supplement. And this is how I photograph any of my family portraits, portrait subjects. if I have a backlight situation. So we're just going to run through a few poses. Let's shoot this. It's looking so beautiful. Yeah, up there's good. Throw it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's great. And Martin, we're just gonna, when she throws it up, we can't have her cover her face, so you might come in from a little bit higher. Let's see. That was really great when you threw up the whole dress on the side here. One more time, let's try it. Yeah, and just catch it by, throw it up by the end. So yeah, perfect. Ready? Go. Let's see if we got it. It's beautiful. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yeah, so you just have to find the end of that dress. So easy because there's so little fabric. I know. There it is. I think you always got it. Keep going. There it is. Yes. So we get that nice texture. Beautiful. Yes. Like that spider web. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. And the other little thing I would do here is just bring your hair around to this side. It's just a little trick because then if the hair is blocking the light, there's no point having the light. We bring the hair around to the other side, and that allows us to actually light the face of the model. Perfect. And one more time. Beautiful. It's killer. Good. Now, I'm actually going to do a little cheat here because now we have this very real problem. She's throwing the dress. It's almost blowing Martin off his feet, so I need to move Martin away a little bit. Now, I have a problem because when I move him away, my light needs to be stronger. Now, I don't have any more strength. The light is firing at full power. So what I'm going to do is a cheat I use all the time, and I can get away with this because the light is already hard. Thank you. I'm just going to remove Exhibit A, the front diffuser of my modifier, and that gives me, what does the diffuser do? It cuts out light. So when I take it away, I'm adding light back in, and I can move Martin a little bit further away. He's going to retain the same position of the light relative to the subject. So come a little bit further this way, so we're filling in a little bit, and just nod if you can see the front of the light still. Okay, good. She can. Good. So now we've created a little bit of space. I'm just going to double check that that achieved the desired result. And yes, it is still lighting her. Perfect. So now we can do the dress throw and not have Martin in the shot. Good. Yeah, perfect. And it's just folding a little bit. Have a look when you throw it up. See what happens. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Perfect. And go. I'm just going to come down a little bit here. Keep going. One more time. Yes. One more time. Beautiful. Yeah, and then I think if we do that slower, then it can catch the wind. Yes, beautiful. I think we got it there. Let me just check. Beautiful. Let's do a couple more. I think we can get a more perfect. You're doing perfectly. It's the dress that's not cooperating. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Beautiful. And we just have that little bit of light on her, filling in just a little bit. Martin, I think we could afford to wrap in a little bit more. Yeah, just to get a little bit more light on her. Perfect. Oh, that was stunning. One more time. One more time. Good. Ah, absolutely beautiful. I think that's the shot. The only thing we need now is I want to get the hair out of your face so we really see your face. Yeah, perfect. And 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Ah, beautiful. I'm going to do a landscape shot. Yes, okay. And once more with gusto. Energy, the last shot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah, beautiful. Woo! Almost fell off there. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. That is absolutely stunning. Lovely. Let's do a couple more. I just want to get the perfect dress throw. It's worth, we're here, we've got everything set up. It's worth doing it right. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I wonder if you grab the dress a little closer to you, just a tad. Yeah, and then let's see what happens. Yes. Okay, one more time. It's the wind, isn't it? It never participates when you want it to. Yes, good. One more time. What if you, when you come to the top, just hold a second and then let go? Let go. Yeah, so that it's still moving that way. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Good. And 1, 2, 3. Oh. And the hair out of the face. Yeah. Good. 1, 2, 3. It's almost there. What if you have it behind you? Is there any way of doing that? Throwing it up behind you? Throwing it up behind you? Like with both arms? See what happens there. Then you look like a butterfly. That's also nice, but let's try that a couple times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, I think the side one was more effective. Always pushing a little bit, you know? Okay, keep going. I love, it's like that light is coming through the back of it. It's beautiful. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any wind to catch. So it's not your fault. Blame the wind. Just gonna have a look here and see. Perfect. And then I guess the only thing I'm gonna do, I think we have the perfect pose for her. And it's, if the dress is not cooperating, then I'm gonna get some help from, let's see, Phoebe, could you help me with the throwing the dress? And I'm just gonna shoot some plates that I can composite in later. Let's just do a bunch of dress throwing so I have some options here. Makeup artists are the best at throwing dresses. Perfect. And then with the two of you together, I think we'll get the perfect shot. All right. And then grab it from the front. So Phoebe, on your left, find the leftmost part of the dress. Yeah, and that's what gets thrown up high. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's really good. Oh, yes. Okay, we'll just do a couple of those. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Ah! Okay, and Phoebe, more energy there. You had it. But the first one was great. That's why I like working with a good team. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes! Oh my God, that's beautiful. Perfect, that's perfect. It's a butterfly. Really happy, well done. So we've matched the direction of our natural light to make flattering light that's going to work for your portrait subjects. Of course, we have bounds coming from the floor. We have a beautiful, beautiful, no clouds in the sky day here in LA. Every situation is going to be different. So before you do this with a client, I'd really encourage you, go with another photographer, go with a friend, have them pose and try just filling in and matching the direction of the artificial light with what's happening with the sun. Try to resist the urge to light across the sun, because that's the one thing that makes artificial looking images. This is the way to do it, and this is the way I get beautiful, magical sunset light on my portrait subjects and control the light at the same time. For the post-production of the backlit images, there's a couple of things I want to make you aware of. So let's dive right in and have a look at one of the images. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna straighten my horizon line. Perfect, I love the freedom of not shooting on a tripod, but that might mean I have to straighten my horizon every now and again. I'm gonna crop in a little bit because there's a lot of space here that we don't need. Let me adjust my crop to the original 2x3. Beautiful, and I just want to bring her into that like left third. It might end up being a 5x7, give her a little bit more space. That's lovely. And you can see already we have light on her face that I can use to bring back a lot of detail. So I'm going to do that by bringing out my shadows. And the reason that's, oh, that's lovely.
There we go. And I'm just going to watch out for those skin tones on her. But that gives me so much, and I have detail on all of those shadows, so I'm not going to lose them completely because I've lit them in this. But the sun is shining through the back as opposed to when the sun is shining directly into the lens, it gives you that hard flare. But that's all I'm looking for. For a model like this, we can just bring the light in a little bit from the side. For a family or something like that, I'd probably bring the light in a little bit closer and wrap in a little bit more. And we've shown that throughout the series, just to kind of highlight the face a little bit more. But for this one, I just wanted to get some light on her. And if you imagine the sun is coming from behind her on this side, and then I'm wrapping in sort of a little bit toppy. The light's coming from above on her, which works really well in this situation. And I've brought my shadows back a little bit. I can use my levels here without burning out the background. I'm just going to show you, I don't love the highlight recovery because it starts to get a bit weird along the edges here. It just starts to be a bit too like crunchy on the edges. So I'd rather keep that subtle, and I don't mind this at all, the way this looks. That's beautiful. And you see I have detail here in the dress, and I can dodge and burn to bring that back in Photoshop really nicely. And I haven't touched my exposure slider yet. I can add a little bit of contrast, but remember, when I add contrast, my blacks get blacker and my highlights get brighter. So I don't necessarily want to do that for this image. I'm going to do that locally. So I'm going to maybe dodge and burn on the dress. Let's have a look what we can achieve by doing some color editing here. Let's zoom out. And what I want to get is play around with the color in my sky here. So instead of selecting it from here, I'm going to go to my Advanced tab and just select that blue. Let's see what we can achieve here. Maybe play around. You see, if I saturate it, it's way too strong. So I'm going to bring back to 0. I can play with the hue. That's nice. And I love that tone of blue. That's perfect. And I could make it a little bit darker, but it starts to feel a bit like a vignette. And I just play around very subtly with these things to try to get it to be more balanced. And for this, we can probably do a little old trick where we play with the temperature in the shadows. And because her face is still fairly dark, it'll react to the edits we do in the shadows. And I think this kind of going to a little bit purple actually works really well in this image because it tends to lift up the shadows a little bit when you add color. Because you're going from black, just imagine it, you're going from black, there is no black blue or black purple. You know, that's just black. So when you add one of those colors, it actually brightens that shadow just a tad. So that's a little trick you can use. And, oh, lovely. And let's also see what the white balance is. Now I'm getting carried away. And I sit like this, usually at night after my shoots, and just have a look and play around. But I'm gonna try to be subtle. And often I'll leave it for a night and then have a look again in the morning just to make sure I wasn't going insane. But I've warmed it up a little bit, and that actually looks really, really nice. And I have a plate of an aircraft going by. Maybe I'll make an airplane going to go by in the background. Might be a bit too cheesy, but yeah, that's as easy as I'd keep it. This is lovely. That's going to be really rich when it's like cropped in and we've done some dodging and burning to bring the shape back out of the dress. And the light really helps us achieve that. So have a look here, actually. You can see, just as you look into the dress, this, if it was completely backlit and not lit artificially to fill in some of those shadows, would have gone to complete black and we wouldn't be able to kind of get a lot of this texture out, which looks really beautiful. And it also helps in post-production when you can actually see the model's face. But this is lovely, and I'm going to do a little bit of post-production, choose some of these, but you don't have to watch me fiddle around for an hour with these. But yeah, that's as simple as it's going to be. Let me copy these adjustments from that image, because that's actually really nice. And you see, I can already see on the side here, because this is an image that really relies on shape, that we have something good. And as I apply these adjustments to other images in the same, oh, that's lovely. Same set. There we go. That's very nice. I think this is actually the one I'm going to use. I'm going to give that 3 stars. So that's how I kind of work into my shoots and stay subtle, and you'll get somewhere with this.